The following content is based on stories and accounts that cannot be verified. Some believe they are true. Others say they are fiction. View at your own risk. When I moved into the Hollow building, the landlord didn't hand me a lease first. He handed me a sheet of rules. At the top, in bold letters, it said, "Follow these rules, or don't stay here." I laughed, thinking it was some kind of weird joke. But the landlord's face never changed. He just stared at me until I stopped smiling. The rules were simple, but not the kind that made sense. 1. If you hear your name whispered after midnight, do not answer. 2. If someone knocks at your door 3 times, do not open. 3. If the lights flicker more than twice, stay completely still until they stop. 4. Do not look out the window after 2:33 a.m. 5. And if the phone rings at night, do not pick up. I put the paper in a drawer and forgot about it. At least, I tried to. The first week was uneventful. Just the usual creaks of an old building, pipes groaning, neighbors moving about. But on the 8th night, I woke up to the sound of my name. Soft, whispered, from the corner of the room. I almost said, "Who's there?" But something cold twisted in my stomach. The memory of the rules surfaced. Rule 1. So I stayed quiet. The whisper came again, closer this time. It sounded exactly like me. I pressed my hands over my ears and didn't move until dawn. The second event came 3 nights later. A knock at the door. Not just any knock. 3 sharp raps, perfectly spaced. I crept toward the door and pressed my eye to the peephole. But there was nothing. Just the empty hallway stretching into black. My hand hovered over the lock. The urge to open was overwhelming, like something pulling me forward. But the rules screamed inside my head. Do not open. So I backed away, and the knocking stopped. On the 12th night, the lights flickered. Once, twice, then again. I froze. Every instinct told me to move, to run, but the rules were clear. So I stood there, heart hammering, as the flicker stretched into darkness. For a full minute, the room pulsed between light and black, and in each flash, something was closer. A figure. First at the far wall, then halfway across the room, then right beside me. The light steadied. The room was empty. By then I was terrified. But I couldn't leave. The lease was signed, the deposit paid, and part of me wanted to see what would happen if I broke the rules. That chance came on the 15th night. At 2:34 a.m., I forgot Rule 4. I looked out the window. At first, I saw only the street below, washed in pale yellow lamplight. Then slowly, my reflection in the glass shifted. It didn't move with me. Its head tilted on its own. Its mouth opened wider and wider, until it split into a grin that stretched past the edges of its face. I stumbled back, yanking the curtains shut. But when I turned, the reflection was still there, standing in the middle of my room. Then it was gone. The last rule was the one I broke completely. On the 20th night, the phone rang. I shouldn't have answered, but I did. At first, only static, then breathing. Slow, wet, too close. Then a voice. My voice. It said, "You broke them all." I whispered back, "I followed them. I swear." The voice chuckled, a low, rattling sound. "No. You listened. That was enough." I dropped the phone, backed against the wall. But then came the knocks. 3 of them. Sharp, from inside my closet. The light flickered once, twice, 3 times. The phone rang again. This time I didn't touch it, but the voice still came, filling the room without the receiver. "You should have left." I clamped my hands over my ears, shut my eyes, but I could still hear it. The knocking, the flicker, the whisper, all the rules at once. I don't know how long I sat there, trembling. When I opened my eyes, the paper with the rules was lying on the floor in front of me. There was a new line at the bottom, written in my own handwriting. 6. When you read this, it's already too late.